Hey folks, Wrath coming at you with another video. Today we're going to cover a whole bunch of announcements. Really want to dive into three main topics. So first, made a video yesterday on the Spider King's Guard and what my best score there was, where I announced near the end of the video a second giveaway for some gift codes. So if you haven't done that, go comment on that video. In 2 days, I will be pulling the comments that have their UIDs there for the winners. The second thing we're going to talk about is there's a new collab event that's going live relatively soon, in approximately 2 weeks on December 7th, and we'll talk about that. And then the last part that I want to talk about, and I'll probably spend a couple minutes, is what are some of the cautions and the gotcha moments of a collab event that's going to be releasing a whole bunch of heroes. So what can you do today to help better prepare you for that coming up, with either spending as little as possible or not at all? So heading over to their Facebook page, they made a couple of announcements recently. I think they're trying to put a little bit more emphasis on the story mode and giving some backstory to characters, for example, like Miranda here. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. So if we scroll down a little bit, you'll notice that they've got a hero sneak peek for Rei Ayanami from, and here's the big announcement, Evangelion and Eternal Evolution are partnering up to release 5 new heroes. Let me repeat that again. A collaboration event where 5 new heroes are going to get released. So immediately a couple of thoughts come to mind. First, what kind of heroes are they going to be? What are they going to do to the meta? Are they going to be as impactful as some of the heroes from the last collaboration event? For example, Puranesaki, probably one of the best characters that was introduced into the game. Hands down, the best offensive support character in the entire game right now. So stay tuned, because I think we're all going to be pleasantly surprised where the impact of those heroes coming. It is confirmed that the heroes are going to be time travelers going into the new faction alongside the other 3. I would love for some of the new trophies that we gather throughout events, specifically Hell Arena, to be able to accommodate those heroes. At the moment, and I could be wrong here, but I don't think that there's a single trophy that allows for impactful time traveler attributes to be distributed. And so while we're here, I always like to see what people are saying in the comments. Shout out to Dylan here, Mr. Dylar himself, saying nice. But switching gears to the other heroes that were announced. So we've got Shinji Ikari, who's going to be an energy-based hero. And he's going to have an area of effect damage. I'm surprised because we just came out with Carolus, Mr. Zeus himself, and he's been very powerful. Got a ton of utility in Arena, got a ton of utility in a lot of game modes. I made a video a few weeks ago about how you can effectively auto campaign from level 60 all the way to 80-40, and if you don't have Nord, you could use him instead. So what we do know is that on December 7th, there's going to be, similar to the last collaboration event, a unique boss or a unique stage that we have to work together either as a team or as an entire server to take down. So let's switch to the last part of the video, which I think is actually the most important part, about what you can do starting today to help increase your chances of doing well in those events and ending up on top. So the very first thing that you need to start doing today is start saving your resources. Start saving the most important one, which will be the limited cards that you pick up along the way. If they're releasing 5 heroes, that's a lot of limiteds that you would need to max 1, let alone 5 heroes. So I would say start saving those immediately. Of course, I think you should also stock up on Mythic Runes, Hyper Evo Crystals, and Rubelite, so that as you get the heroes, you can effectively decide which one to pump. The second point that I want to make is the following. Unless you're going to be spending a ton of money in December on the new heroes, what I would advise at this point in time is to pull one copy of a hero and then build them later. And when I say later, it could be a few days afterwards, it could be a few weeks, because the most important thing will be to stay informed. Follow the content creators, follow some of the folks in your guild to see exactly which heroes are the ones that will be most worthwhile to invest in. The third point here that I want to mention is there's probably going to be a couple of end of year packs that are worthwhile to grab for those folks who are spending. And then finally, the last collaboration event that we had skewed and pushed the timeline for Twilight. It didn't occur at the regular cadence. So that could impact specifically when you acquire some of those additional resources. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be basically going into just conserve mode for the time being. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace.